Now, you're probably thinking this is another biased video towards Rec Room, and in some ways it is. But in some others, I'm speaking my honest opinion about it, because I think ever since I've been playing this game, because I've played this game for 4 years now, starting from 2017, I say this game has definitely gone downhill and possibly just lost its creativity and potential of becoming like possibly one of the best VR games. For me, it's just turned into possibly one of the most kiddie-friendly cringe fests. It's just more like in the past, it was like, oh, it's a 2017 rec center. It looks like a high school and whatnot. The orientation gives you a pretty good start, and then when I see Rec Rally, it's just kind of like, why, what happened? You know? Because I'll get to Rec Rally like as the first thing to kind of, I guess you could say it's an indicator that Rec Room has just kind of lost their identity as a creator. Actually, not really. Yeah, there's lots to talk about. Rec Rally is like one of the most anticipated Rec Room originals I've ever seen. Out of laser tag, out of paintball, out of forgotten trophy, I think this one had the most hype. So many people were like theorizing if go karts are going to be in Rec Room or if vehicles are going to come into it. It was mentioned in Q&As. It was all over the place, and people were really hyped for it because Rec Room was teasing us. Because Rec Room was teasing us a bit. They were teasing us in in some of the AMAs and some jokes until they actually came out with Rec Room vehicles, which is Rec Rally. But then when Rec Rally came out, it just kind of it's already not fun. I'm sorry, that's just reality. Alright, you're probably wondering why it's not fun. Well, let me explain it. It's not got a lot of maps. Um, it's only got power boosts. There's no power ups like in every other racing game. The buggies, I mean, they're fast, but they don't feel as enjoyable to ride them. It's like, wow, you did a skid. You did a drift. Yeah, and it doesn't feel as good. I mean, games like Forza Horizon, it's difficult to pull off a drift, but once you do it, it feels satisfying, you know? Yeah, or a Mario Kart as well. You feel like controller vibrating as if you're actually in the experience. Yeah. Plus, even if Wreck Rally's gonna stay in the dirt for a long time, even if it gets an update, it'll still stay in the dirt. The damage has already been done at launch, and it's already just dead. If you go on Rec Room right now, you'll see it as like the bottom of the Rec Room activities. This was like the most anticipated Rec Room original, and it's at the bottom of the list. Like, what? That is like insane. Like, because people were hyped up for it. We were all excited. But no, nobody had fun on it. It was just bumping into people and just finishing first. That's the only competition in it. Now, you're probably thinking that I'm thinking that I think that Rec Rally has just made horrible activities. I know they haven't made them because some of them are really good. There's laser tag, there's paintball, there's Rec Royale, there's goddamn goddamn dodgeball for crying out loud. They're all good. Oh, every single one is good. Aside from soccer, that one's a bit underrated. But then Rec Rally's like the worst. It's like possibly the worst Rec Room original I've ever seen. It's even worse than Orientation. And Orientation gives you like the best feeling of what it feels like to be in a school, in VR, in a multiplayer game where you meet people. Oh god. In a way, I feel like it's clear to me that Rec Room has possibly like lost its own creativity and the idea of what it's like to play a game. Because I never have I seen a game flop so hard that it's boring. Alright, in the past, when laser tag existed, it was like one of the things that took off for it. Even with Golden Trophy. It was fun, it was engaging. Yeah, it was just both of those things. It felt engaging to play. You're a hero. You fight goblins in laser tag. You use lasers to kill people, and this new health system. It works. It genuinely works. And I believe Rec Room has lost its own creativity for the game because they don't make these Rec Room originals as good as they used to be. Like Stuntrunner, right? I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best. You know, it was hit and miss in places. Like you definitely felt like you're racing people. You can take shortcuts to beat people. You could knock them off the arena. Yeah, it was easy. It was fun to play, and you actually get rewards out of it. If you get S rank, you get the feathered hair. But why do I say that Rec Room has lost its general care for the thing? Okay, that's something different, but why it's lost its creativity? Well, it just feels more focused on the money, you know? I mean, you got the Rec Room Plus, you can buy tokens. Well, what's worth buy tokens? We can just buy Rec Room Plus. It's like a subscription. It's a subscription service. You could just use Rec Room Plus to get tokens for over time. And yet, and yet, whenever there is a new exclusive item out, it's like 4,000 tokens. 4,000! Or above that. And it encourages you to buy tokens. So that you're basically just giving Rec Room money. The other reason I think this is, like, possibly why Rec Room is just doing this for money now is because look at the outfits. Do you see how many goddamn collabs they've done? If a game is doing collabs, then it's probably losing its audience. And that's a general bad sign. A game should not be losing audience, otherwise, well, the game's gonna die. The devs won't make any more money, and basically they'll be screwed. Now, and Rec Room's made plenty money, so they don't need to encourage this anymore. Like, their company, right? They're now worth $3 billion. It's a pretty big game. It's already made enough. Fortnite, right? The only thing that's making money off is market transactions from buying V-Bucks. There's no premium shit. The skins are expensive on purpose. You could either get them through earning them, or you can wait for them to come back on the store another time, and then when you've got the right amount, you can buy them on time. It works because Fortnite's got a daily rotation of different items, and yes, Rec Room's Rec Room's like just using many ways to just make you buy tokens. They make you buy tokens. They don't give you a chance to earn it to get your item. Because when you earn your amount, then the item's gonna be gone by then. Once that limited item is gone, it's gone. It could come back another time, but then if you got it when when you when you saved out for it, you bought your tokens, when you got it the first day it came out, and then next year it's re-released. It's alright, let me show you, right? Okay, there was a day, right, where the goddamn purple headphones were re-released. Do you want to know what they were before? There was an event called the referral event, and it's basically, well, you get your friends to play this game, and if you get enough friends, then you can earn up to 3 different sets of headphones. I think you get 5 for the regular purple ones, I think you get 10 for the light purple, and then you get 15 for the neon ones. So they're pretty hard to get, right? And then Rec Room literally re-releases them onto the shop, onto the store. Like, what the fuck? People just went through their way inviting people or alt accounts. I don't care how they did it. They went through all that way of doing that. Yet what they could have done was just buy tokens and just get it instead. That's like one of the biggest backstabs I've ever seen. Fortnite, right? They never done this, okay? Instead, they just re-released a skin. They're only for that specific event. Like the Skull Trooper, it was re-released on Season 6. Alright? It was only re-released for that event. And it was still able to buy it. It was a buyable thing. It wasn't anything you earn. If Fortnite re-released something out of the battle passes, then they would lose their audience big time. Because in the battle pass, you have to work your way through it. You need to get battle stars. That's what they're called. You can either get them, or you can just buy them with your V-Bucks. That's just how it works. And yet, Fortnite just screwed. If Fortnite just re-released a goddamn skin from the past, then it would basically just be ruined. It wouldn't be worth getting anymore. That's why you don't re-release skins, because all that effort wouldn't be worth it. It would just feel like, oh, I just wasted my time. then it makes yourself lose your audience. How has Rec Room not found out this at any point? Because never have I seen a game re-release so many skins. Each time they re-release my skin, right? Alright, this is just this is just me now. Well, anytime they re-release my skins, I get plenty mad. I got my skins for like around 2018 to 17, right? They're old skins. I have a lot of old skins, and yet they've re-released like half of my old skins, I think. Like they re-released the pumpkin shotgun, the heart shotgun, the goddamn candy sniper. They re-released so much, and all that effort is gone. I went through my goddamn way to get all those skins back in those years, okay? That was like the early years of Rec Room, where it was starting to grow. And yet, to get the audience more attention focused, because I'm pretty sure they believe their audience is just full of new people now. I swear. They are not aware of how many people are OGs as well, okay? And then when they re-release the skins, it's just kind of to please their audience of young children who wanted the skins. And I'll get to the audience later, alright? And basically, all the OGs are like, bruh, I just worked through that. Why is it re-released? Like, we don't know if it's going to be re-released. We don't know what their plans are. So then they just get re-released, and yet they just don't give a shit. So, they re-release skins. I still don't see the problem. Well, the problem's already been discovered, so if you don't understand, then, well, get some glasses or something. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's talk about their audience. Yeah, it's full of so much children. Holy shit. I've never seen a multiplayer game filled with so much children. I see them every day. That's kind of common with other multiplayer games. You got Fortnite, there's PUBG, there's goddamn VR chat. Let's talk about VR chat. VR chat is more attention about the social game part. It hasn't got a specific theme. It's just kind of make your own model, do what you want, even make a map, and just do what you like, use Unity, have fun. Okay, it's simple. So you're just getting your own avatar and just having some fun on VR chat. You talk to people with their different kind of stuff, and a lot of people are either like young adults to like goddamn people in their 20s, and it's a really chill community. I haven't seen so much children in that game. I've seen more adults than I have. And that's a pretty fair, it's a pretty good audience. You got people who are just, having to chat. There used to be some games that were like literally shooters. There's Murder, there's the Black Cat. And yeah, that game doesn't make as much money as Rec Room. I mean, sure, its community is smaller than Rec Room's community. But the thing about Rec Room is that since so many children are playing on this game, not only are they just spending their goddamn money with their mum's credit cards or something, they're also fucking squeakers. I got falsely timed out by a bunch of children just because I used a voice changer once, and that was like a year or two ago. A year or two ago, I got banned for using a voice changer for 10 minutes. What the fuck? Now, don't get me wrong, I've been banned before, but the other problem is, I got falsely banned. Why did I get falsely banned when I literally find other children who are still on this game, okay? I remember seeing, alright, Harry Manlegs, right? He hangs out with an audience of children. That's his target audience, right? And he doesn't ban any of them. He's Rec Room support. He needs to be following the code of conduct. Instead, he lets them free. Alright? Because here's the other thing. There's children that are like under 13, which is like the age requirement to play. And if you're under 13, you need to be on a junior account. And if you're on a junior account, then you can't talk to anybody, you can't hear anybody. That's just kind of how the system works, right? And then when you're on a junior account, you're begging to get out of it. So then, in the meantime, you're just asking your parents to get out of your junior accounts, and if you want to get out of a junior account, you have to pay like pennies to the devs, which is, I'm pretty sure that's just a money grab tactic, because a lot of people are juniors, So then once they get out of the junior, they're back in Rec Room again. They can do whatever the hell they want. And they can just, you know, go wild. Oh yeah, and speaking of its moderators, why can't I talk about the Rec Center mods? Most of them are literally the worst. They're only there in the Rec Center for like 2 minutes and that's it. They're only there for 2 minutes and they never actually monitor what the hell is going on. It's like a checkup, except it's not properly checked. The Rec Center mods, instead of checking the Rec Center, someone went into goddamn mirrors! Why does they get to go in the mirrors and get away with it? And yet when there's mirror daters, they fucking ban other people! What? Its moderators are goddamn gullible. Not gullible, stupid. They're stupid, they can't check a rec center for anything wrong for like 10 minutes straight, or even an hour. They just stay for 2 minutes, go to another rec center, or just play a different game. I mean, if you're off schedule, fair enough. If you're just kind of a break from the moderating, sure, do that. But you also still gotta do your job. Oh, goodness, this gives you a headache. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, why is this so dependent on its community more than ever? Okay, there may be similar things going on with some other games, like VR Chat, Gary's mod, but those are intended to rely on the community, because the community in those games brought the game to life. That's what made them so good. Rec Room, however, it brought itself to life. It started with Rec Room Originals. And yet, Rec Room Originals is like the true magic of Rec Room. All the other community levels, okay, sure, they're cool, I guess. But the Rec Room Originals is what makes you play. It's what persuaded me to play more. Alright? When Gold Trophy came out, I wanted to play more. Okay? That's why it was so good from the beginning. They had their own original games bring you the magic. All the other Rec Room players, right, they don't do it just as good as Rec Room did back then. And that's why Rec Room should just continue making their own originals. It's what makes them alive. It's what they do best. And they don't do it anymore. They just lost it. Because Rec Rally, again, it came out terrible, repetitive, no maps, slow buggies. I mean, Zerax did a video on it. And plus, I bet Zerax still loves the game. I mean, good for him, but he still brings out his honest thoughts about Rec Room's decisions. Plus, neither can the community team or the support team can even say a word about it, because if they say a bad word about it, they lose their jobs. They're at a point where it's their livelihood now. They work there because it's their best way of getting a job. It's their best pay. So all your favourite employees like Harry Manlegs or Star Centurion or, I don't know, who else is there? Emily Waffles. Yeah, if they ever say a word bad about Rec Room, then, well, they lose their jobs. Because they're spreading negative things about the game, and it loses its game's popularity. Okay, we're kind of back to the community part of this, but what about the e-daters, right? The e-daters, oh fuck. So many e-daters, right, I've seen, are either teenagers up to 16, or young boys and girls up to 13. And it's so horrendous how many there are, right? But on the 22nd, right, I was just chilling out. There's this kid who's fucking dating 2 women, right? Real girls, by the way, real girls. And once once one of them broke up with him, he fucking tried to kill himself. Like, these are young children, by the way, and they're already at the penalty of suicide. Why? Come on! The Rec Room isn't about e-dating. That's not the point of Rec Room. Rec Room's a social game. You're having fun on it. You don't e-date on it. That's just not the game. You don't do that. And also, it's easier to trap on that game, because all these other kids are playing it. And once they are playing it, then basically they're stuck in it. It's addicting. All that appeal, all that money you could buy, once you don't, and you can't even have any consequences for it. Virtual reality, there is no consequence to it, alright? Once you're in it forever. It's addicting, alright? Simple as. But once if you're e-dating in Rec Room, then you're basically setting yourself up. And I mean setting yourself up to have possibly one of the worst moments that don't even matter. So what if you broke up with somebody online? Just learn to get over it. Don't threaten your own life and just eventually take away your life over a goddamn virtual person. Yes, they also exist in real life. If you want to meet them, try and meet them in real life. Now, one thing I do understand though, e-dating is not always as simple and easy. I understand that, right? One person might be living in a different country, and the other person might also be living in a different country. And then it's harder because you have to go through like passports and airlines and, I understand that, alright? And still, and if you're living in the same country, now I only recommend meeting each other in real life if you're like 18 or something. That's the only time I recommend it. But if you're gonna do that, make a plan, I mean, if you already learned to drive, just, meet each other and, actually spend time in real life instead of the outside world. And yeah, instead, it's like, nah, I'm gonna keep it in Rec Room, because Rec Room is like the best place. You can literally do it on VR chat, it's more immersive. So yeah, the community is overall garbage. The only good part of the community is the creators. They are really chill, and the only problem I have with them is that they only make good stuff when contests come in. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get to the contests now actually. The contests, I swear to God, it's now a cash grab as well, okay? Basically, in contests, it was just, you have a custom skin, and that's it. You get your custom stuff, and you just, you get to show it to your friends, and that's it. Now they're putting tokens on the line, so that it puts more temptation into just getting virtual currency. You could probably just earn real money through it, and it wouldn't be a problem. Alright? They're even setting up goddamn contests to earn VR headsets and real life things. Alright, it's cool, you're being generous. But you should have just kept it simple. Because there's an overrating people just trying to get a VR headset. And at the same time, if you've got the budget for a VR headset, then just ask for like a Quest 2. It's that simple. And instead, on the contests, it's the devs deciding. I remember the very first contest, right? It was just a simple contest, and then it went to the mad science contest, and you were able to decide what you would like for those contests. Marissa, she got the yellow visors, but then got a reskin, because, the iOS visors were becoming a thing. Oh dear. I mean, if it's not that bad, sure, have a reskin, I don't care. But, I mean, didn't really need one. Plus, and it was so much better to have your own skins because, it's your personal preference. It's your reward. You choose to have it. Oh yeah, not forgetting, sorry, but I think the contest judging system is overall trash. Like, I haven't seen so many of the same winners win again. I understand. It's all fun, alright? But seriously, have a fucking break. I mean, you can choose to do it, but there's other people that also made good stuff. This recent video contest, I lost, and and my project was literally spent a week or two on, all because we had to go through struggles. We had to go through a lot of editing. We had to go through some camera shooting, some remastering, all that. We had to tweak so much, and we lost. Like, I don't know if you see my thing, but it's on the channel Sandbox Productions if you want to go see it. It's pretty good, I guess. But never mind. There's all the other popular people, like, I don't know, Nico, who's like the one person who made something that didn't even relate to a Rec Room original. It was just the Marvel Avengers over again. Okay? It was that first paintball, now it's just shifted topic. She broke one of the rules, and you still let her pass. My film was related to laser tag, which is fitting. It's the laser tag league. It makes sense. It's the part of a Rec Room original. Why doesn't that count? But seriously, this game has got so many issues. It can go on forever and ever and ever and ever. That just shows how much the game is downgraded ever since launch. Plus, it's out of beta on Steam, which is generally not a good sign, because to be totally honest, the game has so many bugs. It has so many, it continuously just gets fixed, like, throughout patches, alright? Each update, the game breaks. Why does that happen? It shouldn't be breaking each update. It should be getting better and better. Plus, there was even a one time where there was like a whole Rec Olympics contest. I don't think it was Rec Olympics even, but basically there was a whole Rec Royale contesting going on, and just what happened in that, right? Rec Royale was completely broken. It's broken as hell and has never been patched. I don't think, right? In the game, there was weapons that were randomly changing rarity. So meaning, if you were to fight somebody, your weapon could get uncommon rarity, and the others can get legendary, which means you can lose to just switching variety of rarity. That shouldn't be happening in the contest. It should be fixed to its original rarity. And the devs never noticed this, right? I'm not kidding, they didn't notice. And yet they still rolled with the results that happened. My friend lost to a legendary gun, which wasn't meant to be a legendary gun. And yet the devs just roll with the unfair results that they got without even monitoring and seeing if the game is still working properly. You see, that's the whole point of monitoring things, or like, I don't know, doing a recce. I think it's called a recce. Yeah, you do a recce, have a look at things, see what the bugs are. You see the bugs, you fix them. And what do you do instead? You leave your game broken, and that's a big problem, right? And there's still the invincibility glitch. I bet next update you could probably just glitch in more tokens. Literally, so many bugs, glitches, and stuff. And some of the community have to fix the bugs instead. Because, I don't know, Raccoon doesn't know how to fix a stupid ass game. Alright, with all seriousness, I'm gonna stop now, okay? I'm getting tired of ranting, but I hope you guys can just understand, like, what I mean here. The game is buggy, it's unfinished, it's broken, it needs fixing, the community needs sorting out, the moderators also need sorting out, because some of them are not doing their jobs, you know? And their money grabbing tactic. They are literally like the EA, I swear they're doing like EA tactics now. I mean, look at EA. They done that, and guess what? They fucking failed. They basically just lost money more than they gained it. So feel free if you don't like this video, just gotta comment bad things. I won't really be affected. My opinion still stands by what I say. If you are a well-understanding person, then thanks for watching. I do appreciate you taking this into notice and understanding the problems. You know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this now, and you guys can have a good day. See you later.